Hey YouTube, so I wanted to do a video showing you how to connect your mobile device to your Tascam Model 16 via Bluetooth and to be able to play audio information from your mobile device through the Tascam or into the Tascam, and so the audio comes out of your studio monitors. But more than that, I wanted to show you how to actually record that information onto the Model 16, and that way you have it stored on here and you can reassign it to a different track and have it to jam along with without always having to connect your mobile device. If you have a jam track that you found, perhaps you downloaded a video and you just wanted the audio to jam along to, jam track, whatever, whatever audio information you had, and that way you can keep it on here without always having to reconnect it via Bluetooth to your mobile device. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mobile device and I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth, and there, my Bluetooth is on, and you can see Model 16 is the third one from the bottom. And next, there's a selector switch up here that says live, and then there's a Bluetooth icon on it, and then you have PC, which is your interface playback, and then you have MTR, which is your multi-track recorder. You want to be sure it's switched over to live via Bluetooth for recording purposes. Next, you want to depress this button here, which is Bluetooth on, or if it's in the up position it's muted, push it down and it's on. Then this button here is for the pairing, and so you press and hold until the green light flashes. Now the green light's flashing, then I take my mobile device and I'm going to touch Model 16 and now it's connected. Alright, so that's that simple. So I'm going to close this app. And so next what I want to do is select the audio that I want to play through here. And so I have a jam track that I'd put out a while back, and I'm going to fast forward to the portion that I actually want to use, and get there. Okay, so I have a jam track on here, and so it's queued up. And next what I'm going to do is I've already selected a song, and I'll show you what that looks like. I named a project on here. Well, it's a generic name. It's just Project 0001. And to avoid confusion, what I did is I formatted the SD card that's in this device. So because I was having trouble, I was walking over the top of tracks I already had on here. So I cleared out the tracks, and so I have an empty SD card, and I've started a new project. So I'm going to exit out of that, and I'm going to go to the home screen, and that's your time information of whatever you're playing or whenever you're going to go record it. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute the track. I'm going to turn the fader up, and then I'm going to turn the main up just a little bit, because it could actually get kind of loud. And I'm going to start the track and show you that it's playing via Bluetooth. So here we go. Okay, so you see it's playing. It's connected via Bluetooth. And then I could leave it like that, and I could plug my guitar into one of these tracks and jam along to it. But I want to do more than that. I actually want to record it onto this device. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to arm the track. And on the Model 16 tracks, it's a combo track, 1314. That's your actual Bluetooth track. So you see right here that says record. You touch it, and now it's armed. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to back my track up to the starting point. Get there. Okay, so I got it at the starting point. And so the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to push record on here on the Tascam, and then I'm going to push play on the mobile device. And I'm going to record about a minute of that. Okay, so I've recorded about a minute of it, so I'm going to push stop, and then I'm going to stop it on the mobile device. Okay, so now it's recorded on there. I've got a minute and 5 seconds recorded, and if you press stop again, it rewinds it all the way to the beginning. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the Bluetooth, and how I'm going to do that is simply I'm going to push up, mute, and I'm going to press and hold and now it's unpaired from my mobile device. Alright, so what I want to do now is verify that I captured it onto the Tascam Model 16. And so the selector switch that I showed you at the beginning to select over to all the way to the left to live, to where the Bluetooth icon is, to record the live input of the Bluetooth, now you want to move that all the way to the right. The middle position is PC for your using it as an interface, and all the way right is MTR, which stands for multi-track recorder. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push play. And there it is. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to push this meter button. It's a hotkey all the way. And you can see the wave bars, the sound bars, playing on track 13 and 14 is a stereo recording, and it's also playing on the main track. So it's on there. That's what I wanted to verify. So I'm going to push stop. And I'm going to push menu again. That takes me home. I'm going to push the stop key, and that actually rewinds the track. So now what I want to do is I want to move that track, that recording, to another track. And the reason why I want to do that is actually I can move it to several tracks, and I'm actually going to move it to 2 tracks. I'm going to move it to tracks 3 and 4, and because it's a stereo mix. But the reason I want to do that is because I have more control over that track. I can have I have pan adjustments, I have compression adjustments, I have a 4-band EQ on each channel, and then I could actually add effects to it if I so chose to. I don't want to, but if you wanted to, you could, if it's moved to another track. Now on the Bluetooth track, you have very minimal control over it. Basically all you have is pan and the volume of it. So I'm going to move that track. So what I want to do first is I'll press the menu button. And first thing is I want to press stereo mix export, and so I depress the jog wheel, and it asks me export main stereo wave file, are you sure? And I press yes, and so it's doing its thing. And so now I'm going to scroll up to import, press the jog wheel again, and that's my track, and I'm going to select it. And so it's asking me target tracks 1 and 2. Well, I wanted to go on 3 and 4. So there it is, 3 and 4. I rolled the jog wheel until it came up to 3, 4. I push yes, and now it's doing it. So it's still on the Bluetooth track, and so what I want to do is I'm going to turn the volume down on the Bluetooth track. I'm going to press mute, and I imported it to, or exported I guess, to tracks 3 and 4. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmute those tracks. I'm going to turn the faders up, and right now I've got the compression off, everything's at 12 o'clock on the EQ, and the pan's straight up and down. And so what I'll do now is I'll push play, but to verify that it's on there. So you can see I can make these adjustments. I can pan it left and right, turn one track down, pan both over to the right, pan to the left, pan both to the left. And I could make one track more right, I could add more bass on it, and then I could add more highs to the other track. And so I have more control over the track that way. That's why I like to do that. But it's on here permanently now. I'm not connected via Bluetooth to my mobile device any longer. And that way I can connect my guitar, whatever instrument I want to play over that track, and I have access to it at any time. I don't have to turn on my computer. I don't have to connect anything. It's on the device, stored on the SD card. And that's how you do it. It's real simple. There's a bit of a learning curve with the Model 16, but it's not too bad. Once you wrap your head around it, it's actually a very versatile and intuitive device to use. But on the next video, I'll show you how to export audio information from your computer onto your Tascam Model 16. If you recorded something, but you don't want, and you want to rehearse it, and you don't want to turn your computer on every time, you can actually record what you have on the computer onto the Model 16 and be able to have it stored on this device to use at your leisure, day or night. That's how I do it. And hey, if you'd like to have some cool merchandise, some genuine EJ's guitars, I got mugs, and I've got these stickers here. They're kind of cool. and you can select any kind of color you want, and you can find the link down below in the description if you're so interested in my junk. Alright guys, I appreciate you watching. Hope you learned something. Get to recording and make those jams. Alright, peace out.